It didn't begin with a headline. It didn't start with a confirmed report. Started with a joke, a single comment, casually thrown out, yet sharp enough to cut deep. Girl, he never gave me no earrings. Probably gave those to Jennifer. That line alone sent shockwaves through social media. People laughed at first, then they paused. And then they replayed it again. Because when Tiffany Haddish said it, it didn't sound like a random joke. It sounded personal, bitter, almost loaded. Suddenly, the internet started asking questions no one had been brave enough to ask before. Was Tiffany just being messy? Or was she hinting at something much bigger? Around the same time, interviews of Common began resurfacing. Clips where he spoke about growth, healing, therapy, marriage, commitment. He spoke openly about wanting to be a husband one day. He talked about wisdom passed down to him by Michelle Obama herself, advice about compromise, about accepting imperfection, about choosing a partner based on core values to the public. It painted a picture of a man who had finally evolved, and standing right beside that image was Jennifer Hudson, talented, graceful, respected, a woman who had already survived unimaginable tragedy and heartbreak. Fans believed that if anyone could be the one to finally ground Common, it would be her. But behind the scenes, whispers were getting louder. The streets were talking, and according to those whispers, Jennifer may have ignored warnings she should have listened to for a while. Everything looked perfect. Common publicly praised Jennifer. He called her his partner, his blessing, his peace. He even admitted that if he were to ever get married, Jennifer Hudson would be the woman, not the idea of a woman, not a prototype. Her fans were convinced this was different. But while Common was telling the world one story, another version was quietly forming online. Rumors began to circulate that he wasn't as committed as he claimed. That history was repeating itself. That Jennifer was walking a path many women before her had already walked. And Tiffany Haddish, she wasn't staying silent, insiders claimed. She was enjoying every moment of the scandal, laughing, commenting, making slick remarks that felt less like jokes and more like confirmations. People started revisiting her past interviews. Her Instagram lives. The subtle shade she had thrown over the years, one moment stood out. During a live session, a fan mentioned earrings Tiffany had once expected from Common. Her response was instant. He never gave me no damn earrings. He probably gave those to Jennifer. That wasn't humor. Hey, that was resentment. And suddenly, people began connecting dots. Was Tiffany hurt because she believed Common cheated on her with Jennifer? Or was this simply the satisfaction of watching the same pattern play out again? Either way, Jennifer Hudson was now at the center of a storm she never asked for. To understand Tiffany's reaction, you have to understand how invested she truly in Queed. Look at this. And we all not look at this. And we all know I've been exploring that. I've been exploring that path. Either way, Jennifer Hudson was now on Popst. When we stay with Cedis, Chody, I decor to what we date, or I decor I score by security. I love Cedi at we win we date Kata Segordi with C guy, so we win it Katie Diagor I can see AK with C with Sikika. Was when Tiffany and Common were together, she didn't hide it. During the pandemic, she pushed hard for commitment. They quarantined together. She proudly showed him off, even subtly angling her camera during Instagram lives with other celebrity couples. She talked openly about wanting marriage, about wanting a future. She even joked that she didn't want a ring. She wanted an apartment building, a duplex. Units, something that symbolized stability, not just romance. But when her birthday came, the effort wasn't there. No hot air balloon ride like she dreamed of. No special plans. Just flowers, and while flowers are nice, they felt empty to her. A few months later, the relationship ended. Common explained it away as busy schedules, career demands, lack of time. He said love didn't disappear, they just stopped feeding the relationship. Tiffany didn't fully agree. She suggested something darker, Something familiar. Maybe he was the type of man who never really settles. Maybe he was like a bee, moving from flower to flower. She didn't say the word cheating, but she didn't need to. Now, watching his relationship with Jennifer crumble under similar rumors, people wondered, was Tiffany reliving old wounds, or was she finally feeling validated? Jennifer Hudson wasn't the first. Sadly, she likely won't be the last. Common's romantic history reads like a pattern, not coincidence. Serena Williams, Taraji P. Henson, Erykah Badu, Angela Rye. Relationships that started strong and ended quietly, often with the same explanation: timing, careers, growth. But Erykah Badu's story stood out. When their relationship ended, Common claimed she left him for someone else. He painted himself as the heartbroken one, the victim. Years later, Erykah pushed back. She hinted that infidelity played a role, that the story had been manipulated, that she had been unfairly blamed, according to her. Common had a habit of rewriting narratives to protect his image. That reputation followed him, which made the Jennifer Hudson situation hit harder, because Jennifer wasn't just another celebrity girlfriend. She was a survivor, a woman who had already lost her family in a brutal tragedy, a woman who had endured an abusive relationship with David Otunga. She had already been through hell, and fans believed she deserved peace. Not another lesson. Common spoke often about therapy, about growth, about becoming better. He said the work he was doing on himself would help him fulfill his lifelong dream of being a husband. He credited Michelle Obama for guiding him through relationship challenges, for teaching him that perfection doesn't exist, that compromise is necessary, that values matter more than fantasy. It all sounded mature, enlightened, responsible. But according to critics, therapy didn't seem to change the outcome, because if the rumors are true, then while he was speaking about commitment, was allegedly doing the opposite behind closed doors. That contradiction is what angered people the most. Jennifer Hudson didn't just fall for a man, she trusted the image, the promises, the words, and watching him move on so publicly afterward, as if nothing happened, felt cruel to many. Meanwhile, Tiffany wasn't just joking anymore. She was highlighting the issue, making sure everyone saw the mess clearly, whether intentional or not. She peeled the bandage off, wounds Jennifer may not have fully healed yet. So now the questions remain. Was Tiffany just being petty, or was she speaking from lived experience? Was Jennifer warned and chose to ignore it? Or was she blindsided like so many before her? And Common, has he truly changed, or has he simply learned how to speak the language of growth while repeating the same behavior? One thing is certain, this story is far from over. The internet is watching closely. Fans are divided, and emotions are still raw. Whether this ends in reconciliation, accountability, or complete silence, one truth remains: clear patterns don't lie. And eventually, every narrative catches up to reality.